Hey guys, welcome back to another episode with the LoudMouthFootball. Before we get into the show, before we get into the match analysis, please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps with the engagement. I don't know how to create an assessment for this game. Specifically, I went down the pub, watched the game with my friends, with the lads, with the fellas. Yeah, I was supremely impressed with Liverpool till the 72nd minute mark. When we made the substitutions, Robertson was brought off, Endo was brought off, and then it looked like Tottenham were driving a bus through our midfield. You know, Human would start stuttering. Trent, in certain situations, you'd see a Kwanzaa started fumbling against the likes of Oliver Skip. And pretty much the theme of the game was Liverpool were on an attacking dynamism, a creativity of sorts which we haven't seen in the last 5, 6 fixtures. So, looking at this fixture from that perspective, I was very impressed with the way we performed on the pitch. A much needed performance. In the last 5, 6 games, we've just had one feat against the likes of Fulham. That was a 3-1 victory against them. But looking at the current state of the club, to come up with a performance of this sort, of this caliber, especially with the likes of Mohamed Salah opening the scoring gates for us, I think this was sheer class, and this was uncalled for, to be honest. I think no one was expecting a performance from Liverpool of this caliber. So I am pretty happy with the way we performed, but still the warning signs are obviously there. With the way Endo started the second half, I think we were still okay. Um, we lost the ball a little. Bissouma, I don't think Bissouma had an atrociously bad game. I thought Bissouma was decent, and I don't know why Tottenham fans have been giving him the slander for this specific fixture because the way I saw it, I think he was beating the lines of press. He was distributing the ball pretty well. He was finding Ben Johnson and Kulusevski on the flanks. It was just that Tottenham's midfield, they were trying to create attacking rhythm. They were trying to create that factor of ooze in those build-ups. We saw that pretty much in the first half too, to be honest. When Tottenham were on the ball, you would see a Papi Marissa and Bissouma. They would be going ahead, and Bendikar as well. They were quite quick with the 1v1 passing, and yeah, the one-on-one passes would help them in creating some sort of attacking fluidity. But our defense was just too good. This was our day. Our defense in the first 72 minutes, we dissipated any sort of threat coming into the box. Robertson arriving at the scene at the right time, in the right sequence, to win, to instill some sort of counter press. It was just the perfect game, the way we played it out. I'm sitting in the pub, sipping on some beer, just a sight to watch at Anfield. And Trent, man, Trent has to be spoken about in this game. Literally pocketed Heung-min Son on multiple occasions in the first half. It was just in the last 18 minutes that he dropped his game off. I think our midfield again being sliced open. We were not able to contain them. We were not able to instill some sort of a counter press. I think that's where we even realized the value that Endo brings to the team, and we've already have had these conversations of bringing an upgrade to him, obviously, because he's not someone who is young. He's not someone who is also the most comfortable on the ball. It's just that he had a good game for sure, but then yeah, he's not someone who is like Fabinho. So yeah, an upgrade on him would be a definite help to the team, and plus keeping him in the squad would also increase our chances of becoming a better team, right? So we need to instill some competition for that defensive midfield position. Gakpo, we've been talking about him since the longest, and I'm glad that Klopp finally has realized that Gakpo needs to be starting ahead of Nunez, right? Nunez, we saw that miss that he had in the last couple of minutes. Again, a situation that no striker would want to be in, right? Incurring a situation where you are in a 1v1 and yet you're not able to bury the ball in the goalpost is something which really I fail to understand. I think we've been talking about the training routines that a striker needs to undergo, just practice trying to be in those situations. The more you train, the better you become. So I think Nunez, maybe you're not going to play to that level. That expectation might not be fulfilled because of just the way you are, right? So I'm just here to give an assessment of what you've done on the pitch. And to be honest, I wasn't really impressed with him, right? Even with the substitution that was made, because as soon as Soboslai came, I think Soboslai was decent. Nunez came on. We had fresh legs on the pitch. Why would you allow, a Bissouma, right, and Oliver Skip, right, a Human Son, right, a James Madison again taken off, had a horrendous performance. But why would you allow even a Richarlison to get a goal and an assist, right? And I think Richarlison, I haven't really put him up there with the elites, but I think he's a high value player. And as a striker, he does offer that rhythm that you would need, that good hold up. He's a super physical player. He can hold up that situation really well. His body stature demands that level of ethic, right, from the opposition. And with the likes of Kwanzaa, we did struggle a bit, to be honest. I think Virgil and Kwanzaa did struggle when Richarlison came on. So I'm glad that we scored those many goals, but we could have had more goals if it wasn't for Salah missing that sitter and a couple of other chances, which we tried our level best to be as clinical as possible in those situations. That sequence where Salah hit with the weak foot and Harvey hit on the rebound with the weak foot. So yeah, these situations will keep on coming. But then the way we played the game, the way we saw it out, I was happy. That's okay. We hit a blip. We seemed weak, and that's okay. These warning signs are going to be there, but we played to the best of our strengths, and we should be happy with this performance.